Hello, everyone. Once again, this is Dare to Speak. Witchcraft and hexes or curses, however you want to call it. There's been a few questions from certain people that have asked me on how can they actually defend themselves. I gave a reference from a few videos that I did about a year ago on how to combat bad energy and psychic attacks and how to remove a curse from witchcraft. I talked about that before in early videos that I did about a year ago or almost a year ago. So you might want to look that up. On the other hand, I do want to mention something that is very important and people like this, how people actually do these kind of things to begin with, how it's actually done. It's not something that I would do, obviously, because I'm not into doing evil. Binding, binding spells, yeah, but not anything evil or whatever. I have done this before. I defended myself before with success. One thing that is very, very important to know that how they do it to you in the first place, how something like this is actually done. What they do first, someone who does black magic or evil intentions with witchcraft, because again, it could be used for either good or evil. When someone uses it for evil against you, what they would usually do, they would take, if they can't take something from you, which is a piece of hair, lock, or something, a necklace, or even your most favorite shirt or blouse or whatever it is, something that's personal to you, something that has a great deal of energy because you have this emotional bond with it. If they cannot obtain it, if they cannot get it from you, make it look like you lost it, but in reality they took it. They could use that against you to do a curse. Which is called sympathetic magic. And what sympathetic means, your sympathy towards the object, whether again whatever it is, and they used that kind of curse. If they cannot obtain anything from you, what they usually do is first of all, which is very easy to do if they're able to do it, is they can get a photograph of you. A photograph of you as a baby or a child, a toddler, whatever like that. Or if they were to get other pictures of you as an adult, it doesn't really matter. A newborn picture of you or a picture of you when you're a teenager or an adult or again a toddler or a little kid, that kind of thing, like this is a picture of me when I was about, I don't know, I think I was in preschool at this time. I wasn't even in kindergarten yet or something like this. But anyways, they would take that and they would put it right by a black image candle. Now if you're a male and this person who's doing evil witchcraft, doing evil, using witchcraft for evil against you, doing a hex, they would take a picture of you, of something that they have of you, again, from any age, doesn't matter, and they would take a black image male candle. I don't have any black image candles, but I did show it in a couple of videos already. They would take that image of you, and if you're a female, of course, it'll be the opposite. It'll be a female black image, female candle, and a picture of you, and they'll put it right in front of the candle. They would anoint it with a certain type of oil. or they would do some would put blood on it, especially if they got blood from you somehow, or a lack of hair, or whatever. Like I said before, they will light the candle. They'll pretty much light it. They'll light the candle, and then as they're doing their ritual, they'll take that little piece of lock of hair and they'll burn it as they're doing their hex. If they don't have anything from you, they'll just focus on your picture, and they'll just use all their energy to focus their intention on that particular individual. It doesn't work right away, but it does happen within a couple of days or a couple of weeks. But it all greatly depends on the negative energy. If the person they're cursing, in order for it to work quickly, like within a day or two, that person that they're cursing has to be in a very bad mood, or to induce some kind of bad mood. And this has to be something that's happening naturally. Let's just say that you say that you're a person who's naturally quick tempered or whatever, and then you got into an argument with your girlfriend, or if you're a female, you got into an argument with your boyfriend, and then you're pissed off at your boss at your job. You had a very lousy day. You don't know how to control your anger or your frustration, and you're under a lot of stress. And then you're the type of person who will get cursed very easily because they need that negative energy from you. It's extremely difficult for them to do that to you if you're a very happy person. If you're a person who's very slow to anger, it makes it more difficult. They could still do it. They could still curse you, but it would be a lot. It will be more difficult. Just put it that way. Once the candle burns completely, and then they call upon whatever evil entity or spirit or whatever it is that they want to do their bidding. So let's just say this person was summoning, I don't know. There's many different type of evil spirits of so-called, when I used to study it. Some people will call up Beelzebub. Some people will call up something named Guziel. Guziel is an evil angel, according to the folklore from what I have from this one book. An evil spirit invoked to to use against an enemy. They will call upon this spirit, and then the spirit will grant their request. There's a lot of stuff that I found out from certain demonology books when I used to be when I used to be a believer in demons, even though I don't believe in that anymore, for obvious reasons of what I just explained. But I do believe that there is negative entities that could do you harm, and they could be sent by someone using witchcraft, taking it to a dark side to actually do you harm. They call upon it, and then they just go after that person, and then they make that person their life a living hell. And whatever it is they plan to do, whether it's to make your life worse, or to kill you by degrees, or to kill you automatically. They just say that let's just say that this person really hates you with the utmost intensity, and this person wants to kill you in your sleep, or to let's just say you were driving your car, and this evil entity or spirit took control of the steering wheel and causing you to crash to the point you just end up getting killed very easily on impact. There's many different ways of how they were able to do it. And then once the candle is completely spent out, and then you're basically fucked. The thing is, that's how they do it. I don't know if I left anything out, as far as I know. But as far as defending yourself, if someone were to do that to you, if you honestly feel that someone is doing a hex on you, I explained it in other videos before. You might want to check this out. Check those out. I mean, one thing that you really need to have with you, which helps out tremendously, and this actually helped me out big time, is white sage. This is regular white sage. Sometimes they have white sage with rosemary, which makes it more potent. And this is a calming agent. It calms your mind. It calms your spirit. It makes you very mellow. It almost feels like you're getting high, like you're like a secondhand smoker who breathed in smoke from marijuana or something like that. Well, that's just me. That's just whatever. But the thing about it is, this is a calming agent. What you basically do, you you light it, and you let it burn for about maybe 6 seconds. You let it burn for 6 seconds, and then you just let all the smoke. You go around your room, in your bedroom or whatever your sacred space is, where you want to sleep in peace and just whatever. In every room, if you feel like you need to do this in every room, in your house or you're in an apartment. You just burn this. After 6 seconds of, you can see the smoke coming out like this right now. You go all around your room, and then when you breathe, it has a pleasant smell. Not everybody agrees that it has a pleasant smell, but it does. And then you just go all around, and you let the smoke just pretty much fill the entire room. You just sit there, you breathe it in. Don't get close to it. Just breathe it in, and that will help ward off the evil spirits and make your life calmer. If you like this video, give it a